It is that time of the year again. It is time for the 2019 Seasons Beatings Tournament on WWE 2K20. We started this tournament over 5 years ago on the channel, which is nuts to think about. And it returns again this year. So let me tell you the stakes this year in the tournament for the winner. The winner of this tournament will be the #1 pick in my future universe mode, and they will bring this championship over to universe, being crowned the very first world champion. So this will go into universe mode championship lineage. Big stakes are on the line for these 8 wrestlers here. We have Daniel Bryan facing off against Cedric Alexander. We have Otis facing off against Eddie Guerrero. Keith Lee versus Jay Whitehall, and Jeff Hardy facing off against Aleister Black. We're going to be splitting this up into a couple of videos. In the first video here today, we're going to do the first 2 matches, which is Bryan and Alexander and Otis and Guerrero. In the next video, we're going to do Lee and White and Hardy and Black. And then we're going to do in the next video, the third one, all the rest of them all the way to the winner. Of course, crowning the champion and the winner on Christmas Day. Of course, Seasons Beatings is a lot more fun to follow along with if you decide to pick one person from here on the list and then follow them along in the tournament and root for them on the way. So why don't you tell me down in the comments below who you're rooting for. Remember to leave a thumbs up, and we're going to get things kicked off here with Daniel Bryan and Cedric Alexander here in Seasons Beatings. Every single match in this tournament is an Extreme Rules match. I forgot to mention that. And Cedric Alexander, what just happened? Daniel Bryan somehow so gay. He somehow just came right into the ring there. Just kind of instant transmission. Okay, we're not even, what, 15 seconds into this tournament. We're already seeing that, so that's great. At least Daniel Bryan decided to wear the jacket here while it's snowing out here at Winterfest, so, you know, that's good to know. You know, at least he's thinking about not catching the cold and stuff like that. It'll help him later on in the tournament. Like I was saying, this is an Extreme Rules match. All the matches are Extreme Rules, and damage retention is on. So the name of the game here for these guys is going to be basically how quick can they beat these guys and how much can they not get hit by the other guy. Because as you get farther and farther into the tournament, the damage retention does start to catch up with you a little bit here. Daniel Bryan with a German suplex on the Cedric Alexander. Cedric trying to make a name for himself, going into that universe mode as that champion would be a big step in his career. Daniel Bryan's been to the dance. Cedric trying to get there for the very, very first time ever. Cedric going to go for the leg here. I don't know if going for Daniel Bryan's legs is the best strategy here. I mean, Daniel Bryan, quite the technician ever since he started wrestling, so going for his legs is interesting. I think Daniel Bryan's about to take the jacket off, though. It's about to get serious. It's like when Piccolo drops the weighted armor. You know something's about to get crazy. Daniel Bryan back to his feet. Step up Enziguri from Cedric Alexander. He said he is going to go for a weapon. Daniel Bryan going to chase him to the outside with a baseball bat in hand. He was about to go to town on Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan sending him over, grabbing his head, throwing him around. They are now on the unforgiving floor. Goes for a kick, but Cedric Alexander's going to turn it back around. And Daniel Bryan's going to eat the floor. Cedric looking good in this match so far. Daniel Bryan falling a little behind. That's what happens when you're not hungry anymore. Cedric Alexander's still hungry for that top spot. Throwing him down into the mat. This is the new Daniel Bryan, but Cedric Alexander seems to be in full control of this right now. Too bad you can't run into that little thing right there, that lights, those lights. Too bad you can't run into that. Daniel Bryan's got the sledgehammer. If he can't take Cedric down in the ring, he's going to take him down with an object. Cedric going to fire back. No, Daniel Bryan going to answer. They both got answers to each other's calls here. Into the barricade. I didn't know if Daniel Bryan had something possibly set up here, but no, he's just going to beat him down on the outside of the ring. There's no count, as it is an Extreme Rules matchup. He's got him by the head. He's going to drag him out. No, he's going to go for the sidewalk slam backbreaker. The crowd on their feet right here in front of him. But Cedric's going to answer back and throw him. Oh, I don't know what Cedric... I don't know what he thought was going to happen there. He was going to bounce back like a boomerang or something. I don't know where he thought he was at. Cedric looking on as Daniel Bryan answers with a European uppercut. And he has got the crowd behind him here at the Winterfest, regardless of the situation at hand. The crowd still loves Daniel Bryan. Well, some of the crowd, as you can hear the boos, raining in on Daniel Bryan as he continues to beat up on Cedric Alexander here on the outside of the ring. It is Extreme Rules, but he can't beat him on the outside of the ring. Cedric knows that, so he's going to get him back in. Cedric now going to town using the educated feet. A kick will send Daniel Bryan to the floor. Cedric on the outside once again. Going to go for a weapon this time without Daniel Bryan interfering. And he has got a steel chair in hand. What is he going to use it with on this play here? Daniel Bryan, German suplex head first onto the chair. Daniel Bryan's calling for the end, but Cedric is looking for the ropes to try to get himself back to his feet before anything bad can happen here. Daniel Bryan stomping a mud hole into Cedric Alexander in the corner. Cedric comes out of the corner. Daniel Bryan throwing his fist up. That dumb animation. A kick will send him flush onto that chair. If Daniel Bryan had something playing with that chair, it was a good time to use it there. A head kick, once again leveling Cedric Alexander. The experience of Daniel Bryan is showing through here. Steel chair in hand as he goes over to the corner. He's going to wedge it in. He's going to try to concuss this dude. Cedric back to his feet though with a big clothesline. That might be the call that Cedric Alexander needed to turn this match around, and it is indeed as he throws Daniel Bryan headfirst into the chair that Daniel Bryan set up. Cedric wants a weapon again. Daniel Bryan out on the floor right now, but a kendo stick in hand from Cedric Alexander. He is going to look to beat the hell out of Daniel Bryan with it, and he gets him in the back with a kendo stick. A continued assault here from Cedric Alexander as he puts the damage in on Daniel Bryan, and both of these dudes have gotten the hell beat out of him all match. And he's got him up. Michinoku driver from Cedric. He doesn't go for the pin though. He knows he's not going to beat Daniel Bryan with one Michinoku driver. He's going to have to set a couple in there. He gets him back to his feet. Cedric Alexander, he's got him with a half and half, but Daniel Bryan's going to reverse out of it. He goes for a rush. He gets him down. This is not a good position for Cedric Alexander. I thought that maybe those head kicks were coming through. A guillotine here from Daniel Bryan. Is that going to choke out Cedric Alexander? The new Daniel Bryan? Is that going to be it? Cedric, he might tap. No. Able to find his leg and get out. Oh, almost a pinning. That would have been sick. Like a pinning animation out of that guillotine. Oh, but Cedric's back to his feet with a kip up. Fighting spirit, but Daniel Bryan's been around the block with that before. Cedric now just to the floor. Daniel Bryan is looking to put some damage in on this man. Oh my God! The double hit to the head from Daniel. What is this? Rowan? In the jeans? Wait a minute. Cedric trying to stop the assault from Rowan, who's here to help the new Daniel Bryan. They might have broken up in real life, but they ain't broken up in the game. Rowan Uranagi sit out. And Daniel Bryan is back to his feet. He's got the kendo stick in hand. Uh-oh. Wait, Daniel Bryan back there is going to go for the pin on Cedric Alexander. Rowan might be the answer to Daniel Bryan winning this matchup. A 2 count. No! Cedric able to get up at 2. It is not over yet. Cedric Alexander it is. I mean, no rules. Rowan was all in his rights to come into the ring and make that call. Cedric's got Daniel Bryan in the corner now. Flipping him around. I'm not too sure what he's got planned here. Up to the top turnbuckle goes Daniel Bryan as Cedric Alexander setting him up in a tree of woe position. Just one singular kick as he tells Daniel Bryan in one swift kick that this match is not over with. Underneath the ring, I'm not too sure what goodies are left underneath there as Cedric and Daniel Bryan have gone through the mix here. A table is coming into play here at the Winterfest. The season's beatings tournament, but Daniel Bryan with a swift head kick. He turns things around. What is he doing? Is he going to go for a pin off the head kick? Bryan dragging him out. He wants the leg. A heel hook from Daniel Bryan. Is that going to put away Cedric Alexander? No, a big kick. Cedric gets out. Now he's pulling Daniel Bryan to his feet. Cedric looking for a wrist lock, but Daniel Bryan might be able to reverse this one. He does. Kidney shots from Daniel Bryan, a smart move. Daniel goes for a huge clothesline, but Cedric Alexander out of the way. A back elbow will answer for Daniel Bryan, but Cedric able to reverse maybe an upcoming Michinoku driver. Up to his feet goes Daniel Bryan. Cedric Alexander now. No, Daniel Bryan with the reversal. I don't know, maybe a cutter looking for it, whatever it was, not going to hit. Cedric Alexander with a clothesline as a crowd erupts here at Winterfest, the season's beating tournament. We haven't even got it out of the first match yet, and things are kicking up. A table in the corner for Cedric Alexander. Daniel Bryan, though, with a huge reversal. Drop kick through the table in the corner, and that is worst case scenario for Cedric Alexander. Daniel Bryan chasing on the outside. There's some guy in the front row there with polygon arms, and everyone has some sort of triangle. You know what? This game. Cedric Alexander, European uppercut on Daniel Bryan as he looks to fall back here. Maybe going for that Michinoku driver, but Daniel Bryan said not today. Into the corner goes Cedric Alexander. Daniel Bryan going to follow up. He turns him around in the corner. I don't know what these guys are going to have left with his damage retention because this is looking rough. Cedric able to reverse, goes for a grapple. Daniel Bryan zones him perfectly. He's got him up, sends him over with the butterfly suplex. Absolutely mint from Daniel Bryan. He's dragging. He might want that heel hook one more time. And that he gets it. The heel hook is locked in. Cedric is looking for the ropes, but I don't know if he's going to be able to get it. He does it. Daniel Bryan, with the assistance of Rowan and the constant attack of the leg, is moving on to the next round in the season's beatings tournament. A big win here for Daniel Bryan. Cedric put all he had into this tournament here. He put all he had into this match. With the consistent heel hooks and the Eric Rowan interference, the new Daniel Bryan with the experience edge just able to pick up a big victory. Now this right here is an interesting matchup. We have Otis of Heavy Machinery, and he's going up against Eddie Guerrero. High flyer Eddie Guerrero. When he came to the WWE, he sort of kind of toned down his style a little bit. Kind of went more Matt style. We'll see if he can bring that out here against Otis, because Otis is all Matt all the time. Oh, he ran right over Frosty the Snowman. He's going to run right into that ice sculpture too. Eddie Guerrero doesn't care when he takes his damn car. Oh my God. Eddie Guerrero just literally rides through anything. He does not care. Latino Heat is here to heat up the Winterfest. He's feeling right. Look at the car here as Eddie Guerrero makes his way to the ramp. Just walked right through that barricade too. Now this matchup here, man, I'm telling you, it ain't going like the way it went with Cedric Alexander and Daniel Bryan. We have no attacks off the beginning. I don't think we're going to have any interference. I mean, this is a straightforward wrestling match. Eddie trying to take down the big man here. He's having a hard time. But look at that, the strength of Eddie Guerrero. You got to remember how beefed Eddie Guerrero got when he came to the WWE. I want you to look at the girth, the sheer girth of Latino Heat. All right? He's a pleasure machine. Otis. He ain't scared of a little pleasure. He gets up Eddie Guerrero. He's got him flush for a big boy body slam. Eddie feeling different, I already told you. But Otis is looking to make a big career victory here. Taking out Eddie Guerrero is definitely the way to do it. As a headbutt to the chest, the nipples of Eddie Guerrero. But it rolled through here. Shoulders are down, but no count, as Otis is not going to go down to something like that. Eddie flipping out of a sidewalk slam. That was damn impressive, and a drop kick will drop Otis straight to the mat. Eddie now picking up Otis, and a drop kick sends him to the mat. Look how he's sticking to the corners, man. Eddie's a smart player. He knows what he needs to do. That frog splash. A little bit of that Latino heat. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, Tucker could interfere, but I'm not sure if he will. We'll see how things kind of play out. Otis able to get a big reversal on Eddie Guerrero. Now looking to continue the assault as he picks him up off the mat. Otis has got him up for a nice bear hug. That is blue collar solid right there. Trademark, copyright, hashtag. Eddie Guerrero taking him out. Taken to the ears of Otis. But Otis with a big lariat will drop Eddie Guerrero. Up to his feet now as Otis just dropped him with that right hook, and he is going to town. If the referee deems to stop this match for an unseen assault, CTE, and violence, I don't know what to tell you. That is to the ref's discretion. Oh, Otis said, look at that. He said he's girthy too. Big man got girth, okay. He said it's all about the girth. Otis going to the midsection of Eddie Guerrero as he picks him up off the ropes with a nice belly-to-back suplex. Up to his feet one more time as Eddie is trying to catch his breath. Flips over, might be looking for that drop kick one more time, and he hits it for the second time in this match. Otis not able to stop it, and Eddie's starting to, I think he's starting to realize that Otis is a big, big man. Big, big man. And he's got the sledgehammer in hand. Otis going to stop the assault with the foreign object. Punches coming through as he sends Eddie off the ropes. Center of the ring. It looked like Eddie got caught up in the ropes there for a second. Eddie playing possum on the ground. That's classic Eddie. Otis with a back body drop just sends him backwards. He's got Latino Heat back to his feet, but Eddie's going to send him backwards. Back and forth now as the dudes just try to go one-on-one and see who can get the upper hand. Otis dropping the heads again. Eddie Guerrero is starting to feel a little bit of pain here. Otis looks like he just stepped in the match for the very first time. This man doesn't look hurt at all. Picking Eddie to his feet and just tossing him like a child. Otis doesn't care, dude. To the outside, Otis has got Eddie Guerrero now. What kind of damage is he looking to install here in Eddie Guerrero? Eddie with another 3 times a charm here, but Otis doesn't even fall to the drop kick this time, man. Doesn't even falter. He's looking over the children in the audience right now. He said, look at this. Look at this. You go buy an action figure of me, baby. He's got Eddie Guerrero up, sends him back. This floor has got to hurt something crazy now, and especially when Otis is the one throwing you, and Eddie knows that as he throws Otis back into the ring. I thought maybe he was going to look for a springboard, but he doesn't get one. A big hit to the back. Wait a minute. What? Oh my God. Daniel Bryan, and he wants Eddie Guerrero. I didn't know whose side this man was on. Wow. Daniel Bryan literally came in, hit Eddie Guerrero, and walked back up the ramp in an S pattern for some reason, like some sort of snake. Eddie is pissed. He is going straight for Daniel Bryan. But Daniel Bryan's going to get Eddie Guerrero, and Otis said everybody needs to calm the fuck down. He's got a sledgehammer in hand. Is he going to go for Daniel Bryan? No. Wait. Daniel Bryan causing a muck here. Oh, and the yes kicks are coming out on the Eddie Guerrero. Otis is going to take a win one way or another. This is for a guaranteed spot in the future universe mode and being the world champion. I mean, look, man. Look, man. Otis is going to take it as he sees it. And he got Eddie Guerrero. Daniel Bryan is a puppet master. Daniel Bryan is a puppet master. He has got this whole tournament on strings as he sees and pleases. I got to give it to Daniel Bryan, man. I didn't think he was going to be like this, but this is the new Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan and Otis are moving on, and they're boys. And they're boys. But guess what? Next round, they got to face off. So we'll see what happens. Thank you guys for tuning in to the first episode of Seasons Beatings. Remember to tune in for episode 2 and 3 to see what happens next in the tournament. I will see you guys then. Remember to leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you guys don't subscribe. See you.